GroovyTek.
Hi, this is Matt from GroovyTek. We started GroovyTek 5 years ago because we believed there was an opportunity for a new company to help folks from all ages become confident navigating their personal technology, smartphones, tablets, and computers. We've now conducted well over 10,000 hours of personal technology training sessions, and we are finding more and more new ways to help people learn to use their technology. Because let's face it, the big companies in Silicon Valley do not appear to be very concerned about helping people to use their products. They would rather just have us buy more and more of their products. Our culture and mission are anchored in two key words: respect and patience. I hope that any and every interaction you have with our team here at GroovyTek exemplifies both patience and respect. On behalf of GroovyTek, I thank you for your time and look forward to helping you or your loved ones navigate their personal technology journey. Thank you for participating in our GroovyTek webinar series. Our goal for the series is to directly address relevant topics with a focus on how technology can be a beneficial part of the solution. We hope that you can feel the GroovyTek approach in these webinars. We don't want to get too caught up in tech talk and would rather focus on giving you simple, relevant, and actionable information. These webinars represent an exciting way for us to share knowledge and conduct trainings virtually. The presentation you will be viewing is recorded. However, we are able to have GroovyTek trainers live during the webinar to answer any questions that you might have related to any of the topics covered. That being said, if you would like to take a topic discussed in one of the webinars a step further, please know that we have many options for you to work one-on-one with our technology trainers to address a concern or tackle a project. Again, thank you for your time. We appreciate you spending a part of your day with us. And as always, stay groovy.
Every organization is different. This is true not only in regard to what they focus on providing and producing for their stakeholders, but it is also true regarding their culture and how the workflow is handled. The various types of jobs being worked on, as well as the personalities doing these jobs, play a big role in how things are approached and executed. For some organizations, transitioning to having more and more of their employees work from home may lead to a sense of losing control of their team, its focus, and productivity. Oftentimes, that feeling of losing control is because the organization does not have a full view of the process and the work being performed remotely. For other organizations, employees are much more productive when working remotely. For those operations, working from home is the norm rather than an exception. A universal goal for virtually any organization these days is making sure all employees can be productive, whether in the traditional office setting or if they are working remotely. And it's important to realize that to achieve this goal, it is not just important to have workers set up with the necessary technology. Of course, you need to make sure that everyone is equipped with the proper tools to work remotely. But do all your employees know, and more importantly, understand, how to engage with the necessary technologies in order to be productive? In today's world, it's critical to have a solution to accommodate remote work and collaboration. We recommend that all employees are trained and tested on these solutions on an ongoing basis, so they are prepared to work remotely on short notice. Today, we'll cover some of the different tools and technologies that are necessary to effectively operate from a remote workspace. That way, you can incorporate them into your organization's daily processes, so your employees are always prepared to work remotely. Of course, remote work has its challenges and advantages. If everything is set up correctly, though, challenges are minimized and the benefits can take center stage. In today's session, we will cover communication tools. This includes email, phone, text, and Slack. Collaboration and sharing tools. This includes Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, Dropbox, WeTransfer, and DocuSign. Project management tools. This includes Basecamp, Trello, and Asana. Communication tools. It can be argued that understanding and maximizing communication tools are the most important aspect of working remotely. Being able to communicate with coworkers and clients is essential to keeping up with the workflow and maintaining a sense of team and culture. One thing I've learned is how crucial it is to figure out how your coworkers like to communicate. This can save you a great deal of time and reduce quite a bit of stress. For the purposes of this conversation, we won't go into the specifics of emails, phone calls, and texting. We will assume that we all know what these things are, and we probably take them for granted. However, what is valuable to spend time paying attention to is how people we work with, especially when we are working remotely, prefer to communicate. I'll give a few examples. There are a few people on our team that prefer email over other communication methods. That works if there is a task that doesn't need immediate attention, even though it has to stay on their radar. However, if the message is urgent, sending those team members a text letting them know a timely issue has arisen and they should check their email is often very appreciated. Then, of course, there are some folks that don't care for emails or texts. These are the folks that really prefer to talk in real time, which when working remotely means a phone call. Even if I send them an email, a few minutes later my phone starts ringing. They want to chat about the email they just got to ensure they're understanding it correctly. Again, there's nothing wrong with any of these. We are just noting the importance of understanding different people's communication modes and styles. There are also generational differences that are important to consider, as an understanding of these factors will lead to better communication with all team members. On our team, the younger members really do prefer texts instead of phone calls. Emails work to get a message to them, but only if you're willing to answer their questions via text. There is no right or wrong way to communicate. The bottom line is that you need to know how to communicate so that you get what you need to be productive. Also, be sure to share what your own communication preferences are. What do people need to do so you can get them what they need too? This is easily addressed but often overlooked. It leads to frustration and misunderstandings, which can be solved if everyone is open to different communication styles and aware of who prefers what. While we are all familiar with how email, phone, and texting can work to communicate with colleagues, not many people are aware of some of the newer innovative communication solutions gaining traction in the business community today. One example of an innovative communication tool becoming more and more widely used is called Slack. Today we will do a deep dive into the capabilities offered by Slack to give you an idea of what some of these communication platforms are able to accomplish to help coworkers stay connected. Basically, you can think of Slack as a chat room you can use for your whole company. To start using Slack, your first step is to set up an account for your company. You can then enter users with their name and email. Then Slack sends them an invite email to join your company's Slack workplace. Slack refers to your company account as a workplace. The user can click on a link in that email and join Slack. Slack is available on both desktop computers and mobile devices. Even if an employee is on a mobile device, they'll get the Slack messages relevant to them. All messages between individuals are private too. If others aren't part of that message thread, they aren't privy to that conversation. Now here are some of the capabilities of Slack that make it a valuable tool for inter-office communication. Direct messages. You can have a direct message between you and another person in your workplace. Group messages. You can have direct messages between you and several people in your workplace. Channels. Channels are great for a department. For example, you can have the sales channel and use it just for the sales team. Video conferencing and calling. Slack allows you to do video or voice calls to members on your workspace. If you are going back and forth with someone, you can easily ask them to call you. Share screen. You can share your screen with people in your workplace. If you want to share something you are working on with your team, it can easily be done with Slack. Share files. You can share almost any type of file in messages or channels. This includes videos, spreadsheets, PDFs, Word files, and more. You can even set it up so it imports Zoom and Google Meetings into messages or channels. Connects to other popular services. Slack integrates with over 1,500 other apps. This means that Slack funnels information from other applications into channels or messages. For instance, PayPal can be integrated into a sales channel. Every time you're paid through PayPal, Slack alerts that sales channel. Here are some of the popular services it integrates with: Gmail, Outlook, Google Calendar, Salesforce, Trello, Zoom, Adobe Creative Cloud, Cisco WebEx Meetings, MailChimp, CryptoCheck, and more. There are different pricing tiers available, but it's free for basic use. As with any software or workplace solution that offers free basic use, we recommend you use the free version for a bit and see if you need any paid features. Collaboration and sharing tools. A few years ago, collaborating and sharing meant jumping on a conference call or emailing a Word document or a PDF to a coworker. If they were tech-savvy, that coworker would use redline features in Microsoft Word and email it back. If not, they'd print your document, write all over it, and fax it back to you. I remember being the recipient of many faxes. Trying to decipher those chicken scratches was confusing, to say the least. These days, the process of collaborating and sharing has wildly improved. Now, coworkers can collaborate simultaneously without needing to be in the same physical space. It really is amazing to stop and think about how technology has shortened distance and time. Collaboration tools. Let's begin with collaboration tools. There are several solutions that are similar in their capabilities, but for today we will examine two options that are very popular and readily accessible. These services are Google Docs and Microsoft OneDrive. Google Docs is Google's version of Microsoft Office. The exception is that Google Docs is free. All you need is a Google account, which gives you access to Google Docs. Here are some of the benefits available to you. As we mentioned, it is free. You only need to create a Google account. Also, your Google Docs are accessible from an internet browser. All you have to do is sign in to your Google account. Another cool feature is that while you are working on your document, you don't need to keep hitting save. Google automatically saves your changes and updates instantly. You won't ever need to worry again about whether or not you saved the latest version of your document. It is also possible to give instant access to your document to anyone on your team. You can give them access to collaborate and edit the document, or you can make it read-only and make comments, or make it just a read-only document. Don't worry, you aren't making too big a commitment with those permissions, as you can change permissions or remove their access when you want. Now, we realize that all sounds great, but another question that often comes up is, where do these files live? Well, they live in the Google Cloud, meaning you can access them anywhere in the world, as long as you have access to the Internet. What does that mean to us as workers? Well, you can access and edit Google Docs on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. So if you forgot to make a final edit and are on a plane headed to your meeting, you can access it. As long as you have the Internet, you can make those edits in real time. Microsoft OneDrive. Microsoft OneDrive has many collaboration and accessibility features that are similar to Google Docs, but it's structured differently. For those of you who are familiar with Microsoft and are happy using their products, this could be a solution worth exploring more. Here are a few things to know about Microsoft OneDrive. OneDrive is essentially cloud storage. You can put your Microsoft documents on it, but you can store other files too: pictures, digital documents, they can all be stored on OneDrive. They will be accessible to you anywhere, as long as you have the internet and your OneDrive login. As price tiers go up, different Microsoft plans will include different collaborative Microsoft Office products. A key thing to remember is that Microsoft charges you per user under their business plan. Microsoft OneDrive and Google Docs are similar when it comes to sharing capabilities. They both can be accessed with an internet connection and rely on cloud storage. However, not everyone loves using Google's extended products. Do you prefer to use Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets? Would you rather use Gmail or Outlook? Everyone has their personal preferences. Many of Microsoft OneDrive's packages come with access to Word, Excel, Outlook, and more. Getting these additional features might make OneDrive a great solution for your business. Sharing tools. Let's talk about sharing. Undoubtedly, you will need to share your work. There's a distinction between sharing and collaboration. Sharing can assist collaboration, or it can be the culmination of collaboration. For example, you might be working on a presentation and need a video file that a coworker created. The coworker will need to share the video file. Again, there are several solutions out there, but we will focus on the two most popular sharing services. Both are great tools, but work very differently. We will go over Dropbox and WeTransfer. Dropbox. Think of Dropbox as a filing cabinet for digital files. The main structure is based on file folders and permissions. The first step is to set up an account. Dropbox gives you a 30-day free trial. We always recommend doing the free trial and not committing to anything until you have used the service. Once you have used the service, you can decide what plans are going to fit your needs. Dropbox has individual and business plans available. Here are some of the key standard features on all the plans. You get anytime, anywhere access with easy and secure sharing. You'll also get an integrated desktop experience, which means you can have a folder on your desktop where you can access files, even though the files are in the Dropbox cloud. Once you have set up an account, you can set up the file structure. I will give you an example. You can set up a client folder and call it GroovyTek. You can then have folders inside of the GroovyTek folder. These could be logos, legal documents, press articles, blogs, and webinar videos. You can then give access to these folders. Our designer will have access to the logos folder only, while our VP of marketing will have access to all folders. You get the picture. The VP of marketing can then give access to press articles to a newspaper. Once the newspaper folks have downloaded the requested files, permission can be taken away so the newspaper no longer has access to that folder. You can also share files between Dropboxes. Let's use the newspaper example. The newspaper wants to give us access to a folder on their Dropbox. The folder the newspaper is sharing with us will show up as a Shared With You folder on our Dropbox file structure. Neat, right? WeTransfer. WeTransfer is not like Dropbox at all. There is no file structure or account to create if you don't want it. WeTransfer is for large files that you can't email. Often, email servers have limits as to the file sizes allowed for attachments. If the file is too big, you can't share it via email. This is one area where WeTransfer is very handy. Here is how it works. Go to www.wetransfer.com. It will ask you if you want to sign up for free or if you want to subscribe to WeTransfer Pro. Signing up for free simply allows you to be remembered by WeTransfer, so you don't have to validate every file transfer. WeTransfer Pro will charge you, but allows you to send larger files and will give you 1,000 gigabytes of storage, as well as other perks and features. If you select No Thanks, it will take you to a page where you can drag the file you want to send into the browser. You then enter the email address of who you will send the file to. This is followed by your email and a message to the person receiving the file. Then you hit Transfer. Hitting Transfer will bring up a box so you can enter a verification code. You will be emailed a verification code to the email address you entered in the Your Email field. You enter the verification code and hit Verify, and then your file starts uploading. Once the file has uploaded 100%, you can close the window. You will get an email letting you know that the person has received the email with a link to download the file. You will also get an email verifying the recipient has downloaded the file you sent. The recipient will have 8 days to download the file before it is deleted. As mentioned earlier, WeTransfer works well to send large files that are too big for email. You can share files with Dropbox, of course, but if you are not going to share a lot of files, WeTransfer is a great solution. As with all services, we recommend you try WeTransfer before committing to sign up for any of their plans. These companies offer free trials for a reason. Take advantage of them. DocuSign. Depending on the nature of your business, you may need to sign important documents. DocuSign makes it easy to sign documents electronically. DocuSign has other products and services, but for the purposes of this webinar, we will focus on their electronic signature, e-signature service. DocuSign and its products and services are great for those needing to get documents signed in a timely and efficient manner. They offer a 30-day trial, so take advantage of it. They have 4 different plans. These are Personal, Standard Business Pro, and Advanced Solutions. After your free trial, take a look and see which plan makes the most sense for your needs. Project Management Tools. With teams working remotely, it is not possible to just call everyone into the conference room for a status meeting or pop by Bob's desk for an update. However, it is still critical to know what projects everyone is working on and where they are in the process. If you are managing projects or are part of a team trying to be productive while working remotely, there are project management tools that can assist you. Let's talk about 3 of the more popular project management services. These are Basecamp, Asana, and Trello. Basecamp. Basecamp was one of the earliest project management services on the market. It was founded in 1999 and has stayed relatively true to its original mission. That mission is being a project management tool for small businesses. Basecamp focuses on letting you have a better handle on day-to-day tasks and improving communication among team members. It is also very reasonably priced as you grow and expand users. It comes with these key features. It's available on all platforms and devices and has multiple message boards. There are to-do task lists, and it offers robust scheduling capabilities. You can do group chats, have direct messaging capabilities, and store all the files and documents you need to. You can also access clients, create reports, and get notifications. It is a solid project management tool and can help manage teams, projects, and client expectations very well. Asana. Asana has all of the features of Basecamp, but it's geared to handle large companies. If you are a smaller company that is looking to grow your team, this might be a good solution. Asana is free for businesses with 15 team members or less, which is their basic plan. Their hope is that you'll grow and move into one of their other plans, which are Premium, Business, and Enterprise. As mentioned earlier, Asana has the same features as Basecamp, but it also has a few other features that differentiate it from competitors. Number 1. New Employee Onboarding. It allows you to onboard new employees by housing and automating forms and paperwork. It houses your benefits and enrollment forms. Number 2. Kanban boards. This helps you visually prioritize tasks. Number 3. Automation. It allows you to automate routine tasks so you don't have to keep managing the mundane. Number 4. Workload. This lets you see the workload of individual team members. Number 5. Sync tasks. If tasks intertwine between projects, Asana syncs them so the updated tasks are updated in real time across all projects. Trello. Trello is great for keeping you organized, mainly if you are a visual person. The interface is designed around Kanban boards. It is not as robust as Basecamp or Asana, but for some individuals and organizations, this is really all they need. It is a team collaboration tool that allows you to set projects in motion and move tasks and deliverables on Kanban boards so you can see where projects are at a glance. Trello is the least expensive of the services we spoke of, but it is also the least robust. Conclusion. In conclusion, our approach to these sessions is to inform and educate you about what options are out there and what the overall capabilities of the various technological tools are to help you improve your day-to-day life. We want to present the general knowledge about what is available as opposed to recommending one over another. As with personal technology, these decisions as to which solution to utilize often come down to personal or business preferences. We want to empower you with knowledge and let you decide which service and/or solution is right for you. If you have any questions, we're always here to help answer any of your questions. Questions and answers. Here are a few of the top questions we've been asked about communication, collaboration, and sharing tools. How do I sign my name on DocuSign? If you have a touchscreen, all you have to do is write your name across the screen. If you use a mouse, you can hold down the left side and draw your name too. Can you print from Google Docs? Yes. Go to File on the upper left-hand corner and click Print on the drop-down menu. Are Slack's integrations secure? Since Slack integrates with various payment methods like Stripe and PayPal, their integrations are very secure. Does Slack save messages? Messages are saved up to a certain volume, depending on the plan you have. After that volume is surpassed, messages are only saved for a certain amount of time. Does Google Docs work on Apple and Android? As long as you have an internet connection, Google Docs works on any device. Of course, it works best when using the Google Chrome browser.
Hello again. This is Matt with GroovyTek. Thank you for attending this webinar. We greatly appreciate your time. Please know that we are here to assist you in any way we can, and we will be sending you follow-up materials related to the topics covered, which people tend to find quite handy. If you would like to work one-on-one with a technology trainer, simply call our office and our customer care team will be able to help you with that process. Thank you again for your time today, and as always, stay groovy.